So this world can be pretty hard. It can be. Um, if you only knew that this is hell, if there was a hell, this would be it. And I'm not just talking about physical existence, 3D existence. Earth, this planet that you live on, Earth, and the human lives that are currently experiencing physical reality, and the human lives who have been experiencing physical reality for many, 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 many years. This is as close to hell as you're going to find, generally speaking. There are those who believe that there is another reality in a different dimension after the body dies and the spirit leaves the body. That there's a dimension where some external force will decide that you will go to a place where it's like fire and brimstone, all that good stuff. That unfortunately, now I try to avoid um, the religious stuff for the most part because it's touchy and it's sensitive, and for those who have strong beliefs in certain religions get really pissed off when people say that they're not correct. Um, but I just want to share my interpretation. If it doesn't match what you understand, doesn't feel right, please disregard the information. Just take what works for you, what feels right to you, and get rid of the rest. So, yes, this fire and brimstone hell that's been described by certain religions, from what I understand, that was designed to scare people and create fear while simultaneously causing their behavior to line up with what they, those who are sharing the information about this hell, want it to be. So, in other words, it manipulates you into being a certain way. It's thought control, mind control, belief control, and it also creates fear, feelings of fear. So, and then and in a different level, it also generates money, power, and influence. So yes, but the big thing, the one I want to narrow it down to, is the fear part. So those who share information and say that if you don't do certain things and you aren't a certain way, you can end up in this hell, fire and brimstone version, that creates fear. Yes, it also manipulates and influences someone's behavior and it creates fear. So the fact that people now fear is the opposite of love. A lot of people think that love and hate are the opposites of each other. No, the opposite of love is fear. Fear also can be used as energy for negative forces. So if you are familiar with demons, or I consider them jinn, that's the genie in the lamp, elemental beings. They're in the same kind of category as like fairies and gnomes. Sean believes in fairies. Yeah, unicorns. Sean believes in unicorns. Damn right I do. But yeah, so the demons, they feed reptilians. There's a lot of ways to call it. There's a lot of ways to call it. But those who do not have humanity's best interests in mind, that are also non physical, mermaids too. Those beings who are non physical and also don't have humanity's best interest in mind literally absorb the fear energy, the vibration, whatever you want to call it. Everything's energy. Everything's energy. But yes, that fear, that feeling of fear, it radiates outward. When you have thoughts and feelings, it's generated and goes outward. The physical reality we live in senses what you're giving off by your thoughts and feelings, and it acts as a mirror and sends them back. You can call it the law of karma, the law of attraction. There's a lot of things that support that. That when you give off, you get back. When you give off fear, though, in the like here and now, those beings, they feed off of that energy. It sustains them. It's like a drug to them. So these negative beings work behind the scenes because they're actually not physical, right? They work behind the scenes to influence people's minds. The people whose minds they can access, they will. They choose to do that. And then they influence people's minds so that they can try to control the people who they're influencing to make decisions in this physical world that cause fear to be generated. And when fear is generated, those beings who are influencing people to make the decisions that cause fear feed off of that fear. It sustains them. So these beings who feed off of fear, they like get high off of it, the energy of fear. And fear is horrible. Think of a human being experiencing fear. It's so bad. Animals too. Those poor animals, man, they got it bad. But these beings that feed off of fear, they influence people's thoughts, which then in turn can influence people's behaviors, actions, choices, to create an environment where fear can be generated. So, of course, they're going to try and influence leaders of religions. I'm not talking about like let's say right now, but when the common religions that we have nowadays, their origins when they were first getting started, these beings who were influencing those humans to work on creating these religious institutions, they were working on trying to make sure that those humans who were building up these religions had certain angles, certain rules, certain ideas to share with the populace. Okay. And it was very important to promote this hell idea. If you don't do X, Y, and Z, you're gonna burn forever. But yet, God loves everybody and forgives everybody. It's an all loving God. I'm gonna get a lot of crap for this video, but I feel like I'm gonna get more people who get it and who are gonna be okay with this and can feel what I'm talking about more so than those who are like, you are going against my views. You are a son of a bitch. But anyway, I just for whatever reason I just feel it's time to get into some of this religious stuff. And I do not fault anyone for their beliefs. I do not have all the answers. I am not right about everything I talk about. I am wrong about certain things. I don't get certain things. I am missing the boat on certain things. Nobody gets everything right. And no one's above anyone else. We're all the same. We're all equal. Nobody is better than anyone else. This is a intellectual, spiritual, informational message. And again, if it doesn't match what you understand and it doesn't feel right, just get rid of it. I'm trying to connect with those who are like minded. That's all. I'm not trying to cut anyone down. So this hell made up to scare people, plot